Welcome to our channel Modern Family Wisdom that offers well-researched, science-backed solutions to day-to-day family issues.
Across North America, countless homeowners discover mysterious half-inch holes in wood, courtesy of carpenter bees, an unexpectedly common household adversary. If you have ever stepped outside on a warm spring morning and been confronted by a hovering, inquisitive, finger-sized bee staring you down like a tiny airport security officer, congratulations, you have likely met the carpenter bee. These insects don't carry badges, but they do carry an uncanny talent for excavation that can leave fascia boards, decks, railings, pergolas, and outdoor furniture looking like Swiss cheese over time. Let us get one thing straight. Carpenter bees are not bumblebees. Yes, both are chubby. Yes, both are yellow and black. But if bumblebees are the fuzzy teddy bears of the bee world, carpenter bees are the sleek, shiny power tools. The key tell is the shiny hiney, a hairless, reflective abdomen that glints in the sun. Bumblebees, by contrast, look like they bathed in Velcro and never dried off. Carpenter bees are solitary creatures, meaning no royal queens, no buzzing worker armies, and no complex hive politics. Each female is a one-bee DIY contractor, complete with her own power mandibles and personal nest gallery. The males, meanwhile, dedicate themselves to floating around like tiny bouncers, staging dramatic intimidation maneuvers around decks and porches. They hover, they dive, they zigzag, they get right up in your face. And for all that theatrical flair, they do not have stingers. It is the world's most confident bluff. Females, on the other hand, can sting, but they rarely do. They're too busy performing their engineering duties, boring a perfect circular hole about half an inch across, turning left sharply into the grain, and tunneling inches, sometimes feet, through softwood boards. Unlike termites, carpenter bees do not eat the wood. They chew it, spit it, and use the resulting sawdust, called frass, to build partitions between brood cells. Each cell receives a nutritious pollen ball and a single egg. Mom repeats the process until 6 to 8 children are enrolled in the carpenter bee boot camp. She then retires from existence, having done her job, leaving her offspring to emerge later in the season, forage, and overwinter inside those very tunnels. Structurally, this is where the problem escalates. Carpenter bees have a habit of reusing and expanding old tunnels. Their kids reuse them. Their grandkids reuse them. Over a few seasons, this can transform nice, clean timber into multi-story bee condos. And if that isn't destructive enough, woodpeckers show up like demolition subcontractors trying to collect rent. They rip open the boards to get at the larvae, turning tidy little half-inch openings into jagged craters. So then, the great question, are carpenter bees useful? Absolutely. They are splendid pollinators, especially for large flowered ornamental plants. Ecologically, they matter. Structurally, they are a polite disaster. Homeowners employ 3 broad strategies: exclusion, relocation, or annihilation, preferably in that order. Exclusion is the carpenter bee equivalent of urban planning. Paint or polyurethane coatings on exposed softwood make surfaces tougher to chew. Bare pine, cedar, redwood, and cypress are prime targets. Hardwoods like oak are generally ignored unless rotten. Latex paint works, but oil-based or polyurethane's better. In chronic problem zones, some homeowners replace wood entirely with aluminum, vinyl, or fiber cement to starve the bees of opportunity. Relocation begins with traps, simple pyramid-shaped devices made of untreated softwood, drilled with enticing 45-degree entrance holes and outfitted with a clear jar at the bottom. The bees fly into the darkness hoping for a new tunnel, discover it is terrible, and head toward the only patch of light, which sadly leads straight into the jar. For the more eco-romantic homeowner, alternative nesting blocks can be placed far from the house. Untreated lumber, drilled with pilot holes, becomes an insect housing subsidy program that protects your deck while supporting biodiversity. Chemical annihilation, though effective, should be the final resort. Surface sprays do not work well because carpenter bees do not eat the wood and barely contact treated surfaces. Dusts like carbaryl, cyfluthrin, or delmethrin puffed into active tunnels are the gold standard, lingering for months inside the gallery. Foaming insecticides expand into bens and reach larvae. Treatments are best done at night when females are home tending the brood, and always with proper protective equipment. After treatment, tunnels must be sealed, typically in late summer or fall, to prevent reuse. If you seal early while bees are still inside, they simply chew another exit hole and undo your handiwork. Natural remedies exist, but buyer beware. Bitter almond oil, rich in benzaldehyde, smells deeply offensive to bees and can drive them out. Sweet almond oil, beloved in skincare products, does nothing. Citrus oils, rich in limonene, repel bees mildly and smell like you cleaned a deck with lemonade. Vinegar alone is useless, despite widespread folklore. Vinegar plus dish soap works only because soap breaks surface tension and drowns bees, but it offers zero residual protection and must be delivered mid-bee, which is rarely practical. For the pacifists, behavioral interference is an option. Loud noise, wind chimes, speakers, or any vibration-rich device can scare bees from nesting sites, although they tend to return when the soundtrack ends. Regular inspections of eaves, rafters, and deck undersides help detect tunnels before they evolve into high-rise condominiums. Finally, remember, carpenter bees are not villains. They defend nothing but wood grain, motherhood, and personal space. They pollinate plants, they challenge homeowners to strategic thinking, and they remind us that nature does not require large numbers to be annoying. It only requires persistence. In conclusion, with a balance of coatings, traps, timing, and sealing, you can protect your home while remaining on speaking terms with one of the most industrious and amusing pollinators in the American landscape.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Visit again.